Hey there, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a look at A Course in Miracles,
Okay.
specifically Lesson 69, which is all about uncovering that inner light
Mhm.
that we all have by releasing the grievances that we might be holding on to.
Yeah,
Imagine it like this. We're carrying around these invisible weights,
right.
not physical ones, but emotional baggage.
It's a really powerful image. A Course in Miracles suggests that these emotional weights,
Yeah.
these grievances, are actually dimming our inner light, acting almost like a spiritual blindfold.
Okay, I'm already intrigued. So we're talking about more than just everyday annoyances, right? This
Right.
is about deep-seated resentment or anger that we
Exactly.
might be carrying with us.
Think about a time when you felt deeply wronged.
Hmm.
Maybe someone betrayed your trust,
Okay.
or you experienced a significant loss. A Course in Miracles isn't saying to ignore the pain of those experiences,
Right.
but rather to recognize how clinging to the negativity impacts us.
Okay.
It affects our mood, our relationships, and even how we see the world.
It's like we're holding on to a burning coal thinking we're hurting someone else,
Yeah.
but really we're the ones getting burned.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's not about pretending everything's okay when it's not.
Right.
It's more about recognizing how holding on to that negativity
Yeah,
is actually preventing us from experiencing something more positive.
precisely. Lesson 69 emphasizes that we have a choice in how we respond to difficult situations.
Okay.
Clinging to resentment ultimately hurts us more than anyone else.
Lesson 69 uses this powerful statement: "My grievances hide the light of the world in me."
Right.
What does this inner light represent within the context of A Course in Miracles? What comes to mind for you when you hear this?
That's the beauty of A Course in Miracles.
Okay.
It's intentionally open to interpretation. It encourages you to find your own personal meaning.
Uh,
For some, this light might represent joy; for others, a feeling of deep connection or sense of purpose. So it's not necessarily about achieving some kind of blissful state, but rather about uncovering what's already there.
Exactly.
That true essence that might be obscured by our grievances.
It's about peeling back the layers of negativity to reveal the love, peace, and joy that are inherent within us.
Okay.
A Course in Miracles teaches that our true nature is divine, and that we are all connected to a universal source of love and light.
Okay.
When we hold on to grievances, we create a barrier between ourselves and that source.
Okay, so we've established that these grievances can really hold us back from experiencing our full potential.
Right.
But how do we actually tackle them? I mean, letting go of deeply ingrained resentments can't be easy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Does A Course in Miracles offer any guidance on this?
It absolutely does. Lesson 69 suggests a three-pronged approach:
Okay.
daily reflection, gratitude practice, and forgiveness.
Okay.
Let's start with daily reflection. This isn't about dwelling on the negative feelings,
Okay.
but rather about taking the time to understand the root of our grievances.
So it's not about wallowing in those grievances,
Right.
but rather dissecting them to understand where they come from and how they're impacting us.
Right. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this. It allows us to express our feelings, explore the stories we've created around those grievances,
Okay.
and start to challenge those stories.
That makes a lot of sense. But putting it all down on paper,
Yeah.
we can gain a clearer perspective on what's really going on.
Hmm.
But then what's next? How does gratitude fit into all of this?
Even when we feel wronged, it's about actively searching for things to be grateful for.
Okay.
This might seem like a challenge, especially when we're feeling hurt or angry,
Right.
but A Course in Miracles reminds us that even in the darkest of situations, there's always something to be grateful for.
So it's about consciously shifting our focus, retraining our minds to see the good, even when it feels difficult.
Yeah.
It seems like that would take a lot of effort and practice.
It does. It's a practice, and like any practice, it requires consistency and commitment.
Mm.
But the rewards can be profound. Gratitude helps us shift our perspective from a place of lack to a place of abundance.
Okay.
It helps us appreciate what we have rather than focusing on what we don't have or what we feel has been taken from us.
And finally, there's forgiveness, which, from what I understand, can be the toughest one.
Forgiveness can definitely be challenging.
Yeah.
A Course in Miracles is very clear that it's not about condoning bad behavior.
Right.
It's about acknowledging the harm, but choosing to let go of the anger and resentment.
So it's not about saying that what happened was okay,
Right.
but rather releasing the burden of negativity so we can move forward.
Exactly. It's about choosing freedom over being trapped in that cycle of hurt.
It's like choosing to break free from the chains of resentment and reclaim our own peace of mind.
Yes. It's about taking back our power and stepping into a place of healing.
Hmm.
Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, and it's a crucial step in uncovering our inner light. And what's truly remarkable is that as we work on releasing these grievances, we begin to see the world differently.
Oh, okay. A Course in Miracles uses this beautiful metaphor of the world as a mirror.
Hmm.
When we're filled with resentment and anger, we see the world through that lens.
Okay.
But as we let go of those negative emotions, we start to see the world through a lens of love and compassion.
That's such a powerful image. The world is a mirror reflecting back to us our own inner state.
Yeah.
So are we saying that by changing ourselves, we can actually change the world around us?
That's precisely what A Course in Miracles teaches.
Mm.
It emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings
Okay.
and suggests that our individual thoughts and feelings have a ripple effect on the world around us.
So it's not just about personal growth or self-improvement. It's about contributing to a greater good.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that we're all part of something much bigger than ourselves.
Okay.
And that our choices have the power to impact the world in positive ways.
That brings me to something I found really interesting in Lesson 69.
Okay.
The idea that our grievances actually hide the light of the world from us.
What exactly does that mean?
It's a profound concept. A Course in Miracles teaches that the world is inherently good
Okay.
and that there is a divine spark within each and every one of us.
Okay.
But when we're consumed by grievances, we block ourselves from experiencing that goodness, that light. We become so focused on the darkness that we fail to see the light that surrounds us.
So it's almost like we're creating our own reality based on our perceptions.
Yeah.
And those perceptions are often clouded by our own negativity.
Right.
But by letting go of grievances,
Yeah.
we're essentially lifting that veil and allowing ourselves to experience the world in a new, more positive light.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's about shifting our perception from fear to love, from judgment to acceptance, and from scarcity to abundance.
Okay.
It's about opening our hearts and minds to the beauty and goodness that exist in the world, even amidst the challenges and difficulties.
Lesson 69 mentions a few specific tools or practices that can help us with this process of releasing grievances.
Yeah.
We touched on meditation earlier, but there are also affirmations and journaling.
Right.
Can you elaborate on how these practices work together?
Absolutely. It's like a three-legged stool, each practice supporting and strengthening the others.
Okay.
Meditation helps quiet the mind, creating a space for us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them.
So it's like hitting the pause button on that constant internal chatter
Precisely.
that often keeps us stuck in those negative thought patterns.
And once we create that space, we can start to explore those grievances through journaling.
Okay.
It's a safe and private space to express our feelings, process our thoughts, and gain a deeper understanding of what's driving those grievances.
So journaling becomes a way to unravel the tangled threads of those resentments
Exactly.
and to really see them for what they are.
And as we journal, we might start to notice certain patterns or recurring themes. This is where affirmations come in.
Affirmations are those positive statements we repeat to ourselves, right?
Yes, and they're incredibly powerful tools for rewiring our subconscious minds
Okay.
by repeating affirmations that align with our desired state of being. For example, I choose forgiveness, or I'm filled with peace and love.
Oh.
We begin to shift our internal dialogue and create a new reality for ourselves.
So it's not just about positive thinking.
Right.
It's about actively shaping our thoughts and beliefs to align with our desire for a more peaceful and joyful life.
Exactly. It's about consciously choosing thoughts and beliefs that serve us, rather than those that keep us trapped in negativity and resentment.
It's fascinating how these practices work together to create a powerful transformation from the inside out.
And it all circles back to that core teaching of A Course in Miracles. Our thoughts create our reality. By choosing to focus on love, forgiveness, and gratitude, we can literally change the way we experience the world.
So are we saying that by releasing our grievances,
Yeah.
we're not only healing ourselves, but also contributing to a more peaceful and loving world?
That's the beautiful paradox of A Course in Miracles.
Okay.
It teaches that by healing ourselves, we heal the world. By choosing forgiveness over resentment, we break the cycle of negativity and contribute to a more harmonious and loving existence for all.
That's a powerful message. But I think it's important to acknowledge that this process of releasing grievances is not a quick fix.
Oh, absolutely.
It takes time, effort, and a lot of self-compassion.
Absolutely. It's a journey, not a destination. And there will be ups and downs along the way. But A Course in Miracles reminds us that we're not alone on this journey.
Okay.
We have the support of a loving universe and the power within ourselves to choose love over fear, forgiveness over resentment, and light over darkness.
And as we cultivate these qualities within ourselves,
Yeah,
we create a ripple effect that extends outward, touching the lives of those around us
right.
and contributing to a more peaceful and joyful world.
Beautifully said. It's a reminder that each of us has the power to make a difference, starting with ourselves.
It's truly inspiring to think about the transformative power we each hold within us. But I imagine some listeners might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this.
Right.
Releasing deep-seated grievances can
Yeah.
feel like a daunting task.
It's understandable to feel that way. A Course in Miracles acknowledges that this is a process,
Okay.
a journey that unfolds over time.
Hmm.
It's not about achieving some perfect state of being free from all grievances overnight.
Right.
It's about making conscious choices moment by moment to align with our true nature, which is love, peace, and joy.
So it's about taking small steps,
Yeah.
practicing those tools. We discussed meditation, journaling, affirmation,
Right.
and being patient with ourselves along the way.
Exactly. And remembering that forgiveness especially is not a one-time event.
Hmm.
It's a practice, a conscious choice we make again and again each time those grievances resurface.
It's like we're training our minds to choose love over fear, light over darkness.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that we always have a choice in how we respond to those old hurts and resentments.
Yes, and each time we choose forgiveness, each time we choose to release those grievances,
Right.
we strengthen our connection to our inner light. We become more aligned with our true nature.
Okay.
And that has a ripple effect on the world around us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Lesson 69 from A Course in Miracles,
Right.
I want to go back to that powerful question you posed earlier.
Okay.
What would your life look like if you chose to release all grievances and fully embrace the light within you?
It's a question worth pondering.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to imagine the possibilities.
Mm.
What would it feel like to be free from the weight of those old hurts and resentments? How would your relationships transform? What new opportunities might open up for you?
It's about recognizing that we have the power to create a more peaceful and joyful life for ourselves.
Right.
And in doing so, contribute to a more peaceful and joyful world.
Beautifully said. It's a journey worth taking,
Yeah.
a journey toward healing wholeness and the realization of our full potential.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into A Course in Miracles Lesson 69. May you find peace, love, and light on your journey.